We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Hey, check.
Now Murray.
Watch the screen.
Escaping, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They'll roll him out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he's got some space here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
1, 2, 2. All right, D, let's Omaha. Watch safety creeping.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long.
Mike 14. Mike. Hey. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. 14's the mic. 14's the mic. Man, I got you.
From the gun, Murray. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Hold on, It's be a long day for you. Come on. Watch the twist.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he is not going anywhere. They stop it for no gain. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts them down in the minds of their opponents. Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, Sam on. Tight end right. Buzz. Switch.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Watch left. Greystone, Travis. Let's go right here now. Check nickel. Kill.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Topper!
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that direction. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Hard. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Now Lawrence on first down. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Got it.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going. You're out. You. Hatchet. He's checking. Hey, exit. Crash.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Flynn. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 2.
10-2, sir. Let's go. Let's get this ball. Rock it.
Lawrence going to keep it. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. This is a 26-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Let's go. Let's go.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum going. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Murray has him knocked loose. Fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to turnover differential, without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
46 yards on the ground for him so far. Working with a 2nd and 3.
I'm coming. Mike 14.
Murray flips this forward on a jet sweep. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Mike 14.
Throwing now is Murray. Steps away to his left. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
They're looking for Coke, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Play action. It's Lawrence. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. So, CD, you talk about this football team, and some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet, what am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
Flush to his right. He finds his man, complete. That's George.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
61, match box, right.
At the 47-yard line.
25 to Mike. Hey, Zoo.
Gotta do better.
Come on, go on.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Flynn. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that
touchdown, Cowboys! A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cowboys are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Lang. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Big guys. Easy.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, tempo.
To throw, it's Murray.
Let's go.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you. Welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Check. Blue draw Corkers.
49, check 49.
Shift.
Now Pollard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They go play action now. Lawrence escaping the pressure right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Hey, lock it.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He's out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you get all that open space. Big guys leading the way.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Pollard again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
31, Cardinals nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Murray fighting, lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold onto the football while being jostled?
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Target. So Mike's number 1,
They'll try the option on 3rd down. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And they take the... Possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, I'm coming after you.
To throw is Murray. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 27. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just got to hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Sponge!
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. 116 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Watch twist.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Big edge.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
As Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone, they've run it to 3rd and goal.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on.
Murray flips his forward on the jet sweep, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are able to make things a bit more respectable. Extra point by Gay is up and good. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go, folks.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
We
enjoy.
share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
You.
Hey, seam six. Seam six.
Hey, switch.
Bam. Bam.
On first down, Lawrence. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cards are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 11. Check.
There's Murray. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray eluding the pressure right. Murray has the first down and more. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
Murray now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lang. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, you wanted them to block. Now coaches want to catch the football first.
And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. This is more where I came from.
Pick me up. Here we go. 14's the mic. 14's the mic. I got it. Mike.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go.
First down, Murray. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cards get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is down to 24. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that you might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these kind of shirts. Throw it to those guys. Now, lot of the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 31, check 30. Look at me, zipper.
Here's Pollard. Able to avoid him at the 40. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They run the counter. Isaac. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lawrence. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Now a 2nd down and 6.
Hey, Alpha. I got you, son. I got you, son. Leo.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Mike 14, Mike 14. Watch the screen. Pass.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Murray. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And some space here. Look at the big man rumble. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Mike 14, Mike 14. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You ready?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it. And you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down. You have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now the extra point try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go. Do it.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Play action. Now it's Murray. Forced out to his left. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
Get ready. Mike 1. Mike 1.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Flushed out right. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Dances by him.